I mean, he makes such a difference, you know, in terms of, again, he just plays in a way that he helps his teammates play better. He makes simple plays on offense. He's always in the right spots. He's very smart. He doesn't overplay. And then his defense, you know, both his individual, but his team defense is so good, so good. So even before he made the shots, I mean, making shots is a big part of this, but he's just a good player.
He took a really hard hit there. Jermichael Green fell into his leg. Did you hold your breath for a second when that happened?
I didn't see it. I didn't see it yet. I would have if I saw it.
Steve, could you break down a little bit the help side block Jonathan made? And the second part of the question is there anybody else on the team who could have made that steal off the inbounds pass on the baseline at midcourt?
Yeah, no, and I mean, I think again, he has like the closing speed, kind of like Whiteside or what Gobert does. Obviously, I mean, he's quicker, but you know, when you watch him film on those guys sometimes, or Embiid is another one where, you know, there's good separation and they can just catch him, and that's basically what he did. And, you know, it's athleticism, but you have to be able to anticipate to make those kind of plays with both of them. You know, he has great awareness off the ball.
Coach, I know you didn't have Mo tonight on the floor, but how exciting is it to see Jonathan and Mo defensively, the potential of both of them together?
Oh, no, but with Aaron Gordon, who's also, Aaron Gordon's defense tonight was, again, I mean, he was terrific. He guarded threes and fours. He played good defense in the interior, and his perimeter defense was very good. I mean, all those guys, the starters, our worst stretch of defense was in the second quarter. You know, when we broke the lineup at the beginning of the second quarter, the starters on the floor, all of them, the defense was really good for this time of year.
Jonathan had 4 fouls, but he still stayed aggressive.
Well, he was on a you know, time thing, so he knew he was coming out anyway.
I think you mentioned earlier that the coaches were talking about Jonathan's play even before he hit those threes. I assume, are you referring to halftime? Is that correct, sir?
On the bench there, you know, at the end of the second quarter.
Coach, Jerome Martin shot the ball pretty well tonight. How do you think he did, and do you think it had to do with playing against his former team?
Oh, I don't know. He can shoot. He can shoot. He can pass. He has toughness, and he competes hard. You know, he also had like ran down a couple long loose balls. He had one really good offensive rebound that led to an open three. You know, I mean, he's a talented guy. You know, you're talking about a guy. That guy never played an organized basketball game until the junior year in high school. So again, he's still in many ways learning the game, but he's 6'10". He has a skill level. Again, he can shoot, dribble, and pass for a man his size. And physically, which is not easy to say in this league, he's strong enough and athletic enough to play against starters, you know, which is a big advantage. Good.
One question, please.
Are you going to keep asking questions till I say, oh, good question? Or are we just going to that ended this morning, by the way.
Can I have a copy of the video that you're shooting so I can have it? At Media Day, one of your players said Jonathan was the X factor on the team. Was that player accurate?
Yeah, I mean, I think in many ways. I mean, I think he's very good right now, and if you watch him the way he practices and works, I think that he's going to, in 2 months, be better, and by the end of the year, he'll be better. I mean, because he can do, again, if you want to, you know, what wins in the NBA? Two-way players. He can be, you know, obviously a terrific defender. He has a chance to be a very good offensive player. Positional size and versatility. He has all those things. Plus, he has a work ethic and he has a feel for the game. So, you know, keeps working like he's working. You know, I mean, you can tell tonight, and this is just the beginning, he hasn't even been able to practice much. he had made, I think, really good strides for Summer League, right? Played a lot better in Summer League. And then, I mean, like tonight, obviously, you can see his confidence is growing from Summer League. So, you have talent, you're smart, and you work hard, you know, you're probably going to get better.
Okay, Chris, last question.
Cliff, you talked about the defense in the second quarter, but what was your overall impression of that second group?
Oh, they did a good job. That's a hard playing group, and Jaron Grant is really starting to feel more comfortable. I think you saw it the other night in Miami, and you can see it again tonight. So as he gets more comfortable, playing more aggressive, he's organizing that group well, and they too, in the second half, they defended a lot better than they did in the first half.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach.